Welcome guys, my name is Paul Quinton. I'm a mentor, teacher and healer. So thank you for joining me today. So I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about why you're here and what's really plaguing the most of humanity at the moment. And that is the wide epidemic of the head over the heart. And everyone is stuck in their head and it's causing a lot of problems. And the sort of veterans in my field have been working on this for a long time because over the last few decades things have been changing in the spiritual world and we're evolving on a very different level. And there's not a lot of information out there in the mainstream awareness especially, and it's causing a lot of problems in the medical profession at the moment. And there's actually in Australia, the medical profession have got to a point where they are not aware of what's actually going on anymore, and they're outsourcing to people like me because everyone's coming in with the tests. They're having all the tests, the blood tests, MRIs, scans, and they can't find the problem. And yet the symptoms persist within the person because it's an inner emotional issue, or it's something to do with their spiritual body. And every disease and illness has an emotional host. So that's what we really want to understand here, that if anything's going on in you and you're not getting the answers from the medical profession, you really need to look deeper within. And you have to get through the mind, because the mind is the barrier between you and your heart. Now the mind's gift is imagination. Now when an intuition comes in from the soul, and we're going to talk a bit more about this, I'm going to take you through this exercise. It needs to be felt in the heart first. So when it's felt in the heart, it then impulses the mind. And then the mind uses its imagination, its vision, the words that come into your head to create the action in the physical world. And it's this cycle that's always been there. And the reason you go down the wrong path sometimes is because you've made the decision with your head. Or it may be through fear or the ego consciousness. So what I'm going to teach you is about connecting in with your soul each morning so you can create a better day for yourself. You're setting intentions. You're opening up to the synchronicities of life, because every day you walk down that street going to work or wherever you go, there is always signs mirroring back to you, because we live in a holographic physical world. This is an illusion. You are a spiritual being having a physical experience. So everything around you, it's like a Hollywood set. It's all there. You just got to notice the parts that are relevant for you. And it's also about filtering out the stuff that doesn't work for you any longer. So if you're stuck in a rut, fed up, lost, confused, you have problems in your physical body, you don't know where they're coming from, you're not getting the right answers, it's because the soul or the body's trying to tell you something. You can't go to the doctor and get that information, unfortunately. You have to look more down the spiritual route. But there's one better thing, and that is connecting to your soul. You have all of your answers within inside you. They're all there. All we do is assist in the unconditioning, the transference from the old self into the new self. This is a paradigm shift. It's going on planetary. Everyone's suffering with it. Everyone needs to come back into that center, into that space where they can just feel, take a few moments just to get back in alignment with themselves. So this soul exercise, as I said, is going to set the intentions for the day. Okay? Now, it's going to allow you, if you've got a difficult meeting or you've got to do a presentation, there's fear around that. It's just an example. You can set up that intention for the day for it to go in a very different way. Okay? Because you are the creator of your own reality. Now the one thing people don't understand is that they can create and mold everything, because it's all through thought and it's all through your belief systems. Do you know you can actually speed time up and slow it down? If I've got a hard day and I've got stuff to get through and it's very tiring, I'll speed time up. So my consciousness actually believes it's happening much faster. So then the head doesn't get involved and go, oh, I wish I was at home, I wish I was doing something else, blah, 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 as we all do, we're human beings having that experience. And you can also slow time down. You might be with your partner and you really just want to have a lovely day, you don't want it to end. This could be going on holiday, and I use it all the time on holiday. I slow it down. So then the holiday actually feels like I'm there for longer. Now these are wonderful gifts. These are just the basics of using the universal energy. And we're going to talk more about that, and I'll give you more stuff as we go along. But for today, let's just connect in with the soul. Now, everyone I've given this to, and I've been in this field for 20 odd years now, have always had a different day. And they understand through rapport with the process and through feeling that they actually have some power here, that they are actually in control. And there is no greater gift than knowing that you are the master of your own destiny. Nothing can harm you unless you believe it can. Okay? But first we have to trust, we have to surrender, and we have to believe. Now belief comes through action. When you get the results and you get the feelings and you see how your day goes differently, and you go, actually, yeah, there is something. Because I might be talking to you now, you might be completely aware of this process, you might be right on the fence, and what I'm saying to you is just the thing that you need to put you into that power place. And this will be so easy for you. I could be talking to some skeptics. I could be talking to someone that doesn't even have a clue about this. So wherever you're at right now, have an open mind. There's something that brought you to this video, and it's coming from your soul. If you're watching this video, you're meant to be. Now your head's going to say, this doesn't work, I don't believe in this is just another one of those things that everyone's putting out there. But it's not. It's not, because this is authentic. This is a universal truth and a universal law. So I'm just giving you back the basics that is real. There is no gimmick, there's nothing hidden, there's no agenda. It's just pure connection to your inner self, your soul, and it's the energy that created you. It's the energy that runs through you. How do you think your heart stays beating? It's not a physical thing. It's life force running through the meridian system, going into your chakra system, and then affecting all the organs. It's energy. You are current, electrical charge. So again, remembering that you're not solid is the number one key to really pushing out through the barrier and understanding you have so much more inside of you, so much more that you can do and create. And how do you think these celebrities and these corporate companies make their money, make their fame? It might not always be in a positive way, but we are in a yin-yang universe, but it doesn't matter. They use the laws, the spiritual laws. They know how to manifest. They know how to align themselves with their soul to bring that energy through. And it's the same as when you get world leaders and people that inspire you through their talking. They are emanating, not through their physical being. That's universal energy. That's soul energy coming right through the heart and speaking out. And that's why people can be in awe of others, because it's that energy. Now this energy is for everyone. Everyone has it. Every human being has it. You just haven't been taught how to use it. So this is why I bring you here today. So I want you to think about now, and I'm going to do a step-by-step process. So think about what you want to change in your life right now. Have a think about that. What's the thing you're waking up with and struggling with each day? Is it fear? Is it stuck in a bad relationship? Can't get out of it? Do you procrastinate? Are you waking up just getting by, struggling physically, emotionally? Whatever it is, I want you to bring that into your consciousness now, and I want you to sit with it. So I want you to close your eyes now and just listen to my words. It's important that you close your eyes, because then you can start to feel your body and switch off. So make sure now that there's no distractions around you. Go into a quiet place. And you can watch this video many times. Actually mark now where the time of this video is, because you probably don't want to listen to my intro the whole time. But you'll want to listen to this video a few times before it sort of really sets in. So just mark where the video is now in time, and then you can also just fast forward it to this point. So just want to make sure you're nice and relaxed. You're in a room where you're not going to be disturbed. Just let everyone else know in the house that I just need 10 or 15 minutes of quiet. Ideally, you're going to do this in the morning. This really is to be done in the morning. So you're going to need to set, your alarm clock 5-10 minutes early. And once you get into the process of doing this, you'll do it much quicker. You won't need to listen to video. You'll just go straight into it, and you can actually do it in a few minutes. So don't think that it's going to ruin your morning schedule. Just giving you the basics now so you can learn it and understand it and allow the process to evolve within yourself. So nice deep breaths. Nice and relaxed. So as your eyes are closed now, I want you to just take 3 deep breaths. So breathe right in, push the air down into your body. And the exhalation of breath, I want it to be longer than the inhalation. On the 3rd breath, I want you to say, in your mind's voice, be here now. 3rd breath out, you say, be here now. Now, the soul is all around you. You are actually inside your soul. So I want you to ask your soul now to allow it to just feel its presence. So bring its presence around you. It's all around you. Just ask to feel it, for it to support your physical body. And the more you practice this, you'll start to feel that weightlessness. And you'll feel the energy all around you, 360 degrees, above and below your head and feet. And you're relaxing your whole body. Now sometimes fear will come up now, or different panic or emotions. Maybe you're not feeling anything. Some of you won't to start with. You've got to practice like anything. Just breathe through the emotion if there's any there now. Just give love to that emotion. Don't try and change it or force it in any way. Just accept that it's there. Have gratitude, because that feeling, maybe it's anger, maybe it's sadness, maybe it's fear, is there for a reason. It's there to tell you that something's not right inside. And it's a gift. Because when something's present in your life, it's mutable, it's transferable, you can transmute it, you can release it. There's a story within you, you just have to allow it to come out. So you're going to breathe through that fear, for example, if it's fear. Breathe through it in the body, wherever you feel it. It might be the solar plexus. Breathe through the solar plexus. You could give it a colour or a shape so you could see it in your mind. Sending it love, gratitude, acceptance, thanking it for being there. So, as we're breathing through this now, I want you to say in your mind's voice, I now surrender to my soul's purpose. I now surrender to my soul's purpose. I give permission for my soul to provide me with whatever I need for today. I give permission to my soul to provide me with whatever I need for today. I surrender my ego mind. I surrender my ego mind. I give permission to my soul to anchor itself in this dimension to expand and express itself. I now give permission to my soul to anchor itself in this dimension to expand and express itself. I understand that I am here for my soul's purpose. I understand that I'm at a point where I need more intuition, more love, more joy, more spontaneity. I surrender to you, soul. I open up to the vastness of the universal mind. I am willing to trust now, to let go of fear, and to bring my empowerment back to the surface of conscious living. Ask your soul now to support your physical body. Feel the energy around you. Feel safe. Feel supported. There's the most amazing amount of healing that can be done in just a few minutes if you connect in, if you're genuine with yourself. If you truly believe that you are more than what you feel you are, and you have the ability to expand beyond your reach, beyond what you can imagine. You're more powerful than you realize. You don't need to accept society's structure, its mundane belief systems, and all of the other hype, control and fear it creates. You have a choice. And that choice starts in the morning before you step outside. So for example, you've got a meeting, you've got to talk in that meeting, you're scared, you're worried or embarrassed or whatever it is, or fear's kicking in. Just take a moment now to see yourself achieving that meeting or that speech with absolute confidence and empowerment. See yourself standing there with conviction, speaking your truth, free of fear, free of worry. See people complimenting you, them listening. Feel the joy that they have for you. Imagine what it feels like to overcome that fear. Now you set the intention there. You say to your soul right now, I need you to be present with me before I do the speech. And you're going to take a few deep breaths, even if you have to go into the toilet when no one can see you. Just breathe, connect into your soul, and ask it to help you. Ask it to speak through you. You'll be amazed at what changes within you. You might have someone difficult at work. You've got to tell them something, or you've got a confrontation that's looming. You're connecting with their soul. Just imagine their soul as this beautiful bright light. You say, with love and light I connect with you today. I need to address this issue with you. I come from this place, which is love, serenity. I come from a place where I want to talk to you without confrontation. But this is what I need to say to you. A, B, C, whatever you need to say. I ask that you take this with love and with light. And I want to avoid confrontation. Whatever it is, just say it. Thank you. And then you ask your soul to carry that message immediately to the soul of the other person. Now what that does is that overrides that physical self that may be argumentative, may have a wall up, you might not be able to get through to that person. So it's the old saying is, I'm going to go above your head, like they say in the corporal in the military or wherever. It's the same thing. You're going to the more conscious part of that person. And as soon as you engage someone else's soul, that message gets put through to their conscious self. I see it all the time. I have my clients doing, multi-million dollar deals, and they have these partners that they can't talk to express. They do this simple technique, and it's amazing how they change. And it's amazing how everything just flows freely. You don't have all the obstacles, because when the ego's in place, when someone's fear's in place, it blocks it. It blocks the creativity, it blocks the flow of things. Now this is very empowering. This is something you should practice all the time. You may have a difficult partner that doesn't express their emotions or feelings. Talk to them like that. Say, this is what I want to share with you, this is what I want to give you, this is what you'll get if you open up to this. Everything you want to say consciously, but it falls on deaf ears or they get resistant. So then you stop. That's not life. Life is about sharing and giving. If you've got something for someone and you know you've got to deliver it via their soul first. Because when you go to talk to them physically, they're going to respond so much differently. They're going to listen. They're going to get the message. Or it's going to help considerably. And if they don't, it wasn't the right thing. You move on. You let go. You don't hold on to this paradigm. Keep yourself free. So you're sitting with those feelings. You can sit with the soul for as long as you want. You might need to rush off to work. That's fine. Set your intentions. So your intentions are going to be, so we're going to recap. You're going to breathe, you're going to do the 3 deep breaths, you're going to do the surrender to the soul, I give permission, everything I just said. You're going to say, I open up to the synchronicities today. What do you need me to learn? Show me. What do you need to tell me now? Listen. See if you get an answer. You might not straight away, or you might get an impulse straight away to do something, or an answer in your head. That's communication. Then go through the day. If there's something that's troubling you for that day, like we just said, talk to the person's soul, or visualize and imagine that you've created through that experience a wonderful outcome. Whatever it is. And the surrender of the mind means that when you get in your head again, you start judging yourself or others, or you feel inadequate, or you feel the feelings of betrayal, sit with them, give them the love. If you get a negative thought, say the word nullify and replace it immediately with a positive opposite. Get into that practice, because that way you're reprogramming your subconscious at the same time, and you're not giving in to the negative energy. It's all cyclical, everything's cyclical. If you stay on that hamster wheel, you're going to be running for the rest of your life in the same old cycle. The power is within you. The power is within the moment. Remember that. You have the power to change anything in your life. So, breathing and just sitting. And the more that you do this, the more you'll feel that support around you. And I tell you what, people are going to come up to you. They're going to say, you look much different, because you're emanating light instead of fear or judgment or wherever it is. And that's no judgment on yourself. You're just going through a human experience. You haven't been given a way out. Because society doesn't teach you that. You have to find your own answers. And no one's going to save you but yourself. Never look outside of yourself. It's all within here in the heart. And you are a universal blessing, and stronger than you can imagine. So thank you guys, and I hope that's helped. Please contact me for if you want to work one-on-one. I am going to be putting very shortly a group training for 8 weeks, and I'll explain more about that as we go along, and I'm actually going to do a webinar on it, so look out in your inbox for this webinar, and that'll give you a chance to talk to me, ask some questions, and I'll explain exactly what I'm going to be doing and how that process is going to evolve and what we will do. So there's actually 2 programs. So there's the one-on-one where I work with clients for 10 weeks, and then it's going to be the 8-week program where you'll come on we'll do live Q&A, just through Facebook, through Skype, and I give you some hypnosis and meditations to do that will help with certain issues. There's also a workbook there which helps. It's very subjective and it helps to bring out stuff that you might be holding on to, but it's done in a way where you don't have to tell anyone, because sometimes when you're opening up it can be you don't want everyone to know, you want it to be personal to you, because there might be some things in there that you don't want to share just yet. So it's a lovely way of just you just taking some time with yourself. But this is nothing that's going to be overwhelming for you. People are in overwhelm already. We want quick fixes, okay? We want something that works quickly. We don't want lots of content. Some of us do, but some of us don't. And when we're working with energy, it's nice to be fluid. And, you don't want to sit and have to study lots more stuff. You've already got a lot going on in your life. You just want to feel good. You want to feel connected, and you want to feel happy and joy and spontaneity back in your life. We're all struggling for that. So you ask yourself, when was the last time I had joy and spontaneity in my life? Because that's the time when you got stuck in your head. And I will explain more about this as we go on. And hopefully I'll see you in the future. Many thanks. Love and light.